product. First time, first note, boom, speaker went out and it stuck. Alright, lots of power, right? Lots of depth, alright, with it as well. He was surprised, and tuners, the tuner who tuned his pan, when he heard it, his mouth fell open and closed back. Because he couldn't believe that he tuned the pan that deep. They don't really hear it properly. And there was one tuner tells me they have to sing it from here to tune it properly. Alright? So there are a lot of pluses there. In fact, we have one of them right now. We think we're on the way to solving it, but then some other issues came up right in the G-pan, which I think took precedence. This is the piezoelectric technique that we use. That's a piezoelectric sensor on there. It's a very, very flat, it's like paper thin. And it works like a quartz crystal. You squeeze it, you get a voltage coming out. That's basically how it works. So basically, it's on a vibrating medium, you will get a voltage coming out that changes like the vibrating medium. We actually manufacture these from scratch. Now you can buy these out of any music store, and they work pretty well. Again, these worked well only on the tenor pan, because the tenor pan has a sort of symmetry. This is the fourth or fifth tenor. Has a symmetry of notes, and it allows us to put this pickup right there in the middle, and then basically connect the same energy from all of the notes. For pans like double seconds and so on, well, sorry, like double tenors and some of the guitars they had in those days, the notes were all over the place. There was no pattern, and it made it very difficult to use this. We've tried it on the skirt, and sometimes it worked well, most times it worked well here, but again, the same problems, difficulty of having a consistent sort of performance for these instruments. When we did this project, I took my first dive in the commercial room, formed a company called Electropan Limited, right? Went down on the Brandar Promenade, and we said we would blow away the place, and with a small side, we saw like a big orchestra and all that. And we went down and we did pretty well actually. We stood from Henry Street, you walked down to the Twin Towers, it was really, well, kicking as we say. My colleague, Mr. Ronald Fu was there. He's, fortunately, he's also a DJ, well, a roadie it was at the time. We did fairly well, but again, it wasn't exactly what the pan community was looking for. I think what we were battling is the fact that pan had come along with the acoustic pan, and it sounded a particular way. Because we were trying this and it was new, the level of the song was not, quality was not as high as what we were accustomed to. And we sort of paid the price for that. The interest was extremely low. Okay, I understand Tony Williams is here. No. Okay, wrong info. Alright. Okay. Great man. Mathematics without the schooling, you should see it. Alright, so, but basically, we tried all of this. We went into Electropan, and Electropan did not work very well because the interest was not there. Something else was wrong. We still felt as if it could be done, because everybody was saying, bring the pans back in effect and so on. But you know something, I have to say this, you know, you do all this, go to the orchestras, they're not paying out the money for this, you know. So, so anyway, we sort of folded that up. This is one of the stuff that we tried. You could actually, with this method, make very small basses. I spoke about them being very short. You can also make them small this way. This was a lovely, we call it a mini bass. A 6 bass, extremely small, 18 inches across. You could put them all in front of you. I lost these in the cupboard last year, couldn't find them. Alright? And they went down seriously low as well. We used piezoelectric sensors on them, we hooked them up, and they worked quite well. This was Joy Landers, 1994. My wife would remember that year very well, right? Because I was supposed to be poor speaker, that was they we were actually on the road in 94 and 95 with the piezoelectric sensors, and that was okay as well, but again, it didn't catch on as well as I'd like it to. I rested off the pan group for about 2 or 3 years, and then I started back. I've done some things in and out, some research areas that really actually don't really deserve much talking about at this point in time. But one of the most significant moments in my life is getting a BP Omoko from fellowship award to do a half-year sabbatical. He was very stingy, he only gave me a half year. And I took that up by visiting West Virginia and Eddie Mannett's outfit there, very impressive. That sort of woke me up as well with respect to the kind of thinking that you see among young people in the US, the UK, the kind of risk that they take early in their lives because they sort of sold on an idea and a dream. And even though somebody might be saying, no, you need to go into this job to make some money and all that, I saw a lot of people working on Eddie Manette who have degrees in physics, degrees in music, degrees in maths, and so on. And they were so sold on the concept of pan. They were working with him because they saw it as something that would grow. And they latched on to that. I did not see that here. For years I put up projects for my final year students to do, and I had to take them down. Nobody was interested. And I have to say that there's something that is happening or has happened in our schooling that takes away that inquisitiveness, I think, and that will to young in your life when you have a lot in front of you to take the risk and try something new. Every year I tell my students, you know, if you look at all the great innovators and inventors, they made their big stride when they were your age or just slightly older, and call their names. Father of digital electronics. He cracked that nut when he was doing his MSc. He was 24. He was 24. Young people, because when your mind is most active. That's why I spoke about the stunting nature of education. If you do it too well, right, they're programmed. It's like a slate, it's not going to move. So anyway, in 2000, I'll just stick to my script. In 2000, I took that fellowship award. I went to Eddie Mannett's place. We chatted for a long time. Spent Clem and I, when Clem's gone, drove around, but don't ever drive with Clem in the United States. Don't sell the road. And we made some agreement with Ellie. We were, two of us, instrumental in Ellie getting his honorary doctorate at UWI. We were the ones who put him up at that time. And we did that. We made that move before the US giving the presidential award. It wasn't recognition. I actually put up Ellie, Tony, and Guti. But because we didn't have enough information at the time on the latter two, Ellie was the one that the university decided on. And then moved on to Northern Illinois University, where a researcher called Tom Rossing, who's probably about 80 now, was, a very avid physics teacher, taught down at everybody's level, very, very good. And he had done some work on pan in the 1970s. He had a huge lab that looked at every single musical instrument you could find in the world. A treasure trove for anybody who likes music. At that university was Liam T, because NIU has one of the biggest, if not the best, music schools in the US. Cliff Alexis, Junior, also works there as well, so we struck up a good relationship. The work I did there looked at the radiation coming out from the steel pan. And you'll see, if you look at these two images here, I'll get a little bit more technical now. This is